how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of events here and there. We of course have the AICHI 1.5 year anniversary campaign. And of course there are some glaring differences between JP and Global in this regard. So let's talk about it, starting with the JP side. With the new set, of course, we have some campaigns. AICHI Birthday Festival, log in to get 20 packs. So personal canon here, IG. You know, I know it's for A for AICHI and G for, you know, the G era, but A and G kind of sounds like AICHI, so I guess, you know, let's move on. Next up, we have the retweet campaign for Super Decks. You know, as you all know, Super Decks just came out recently, and to commemorate that, retweet this, get lucky, and get an extra one for free. So there is no reason not to do this. I'll put the link to this specific retweet campaign in the description box down below, and good luck everyone. It ends on the 15th, so get it done as soon as possible. Let's get through some reveals I didn't get through last week because the set just came out and we missed on the DI stuff. Ammon's leader, Astaroth, Legions with the original Ammon. If you pull this unit, you will get the original double rare Ammon in your gift box as usual. Vanguard Circle, if this unit's in Legion, get critical +1 for every 10 cards in Soul. So, you know, with 10 cards in Soul, this would be passive 2 crit. With 20 cards in Soul, this would be passive 3 crit, so on and so forth. And then Vanguard Circle, when your opponent's rearguard is retired by your card effect, if you have another Ammon in your center column, Soul Charge 3. So you know, even if you can't Legion, I guess you can put an Ammon behind the Vanguard. Ammon support do have the Ammon name, so that works, I guess, if you want to do it earlier. One more thing is that because your Ammon's in your Vanguard Circle, you can still use your Ammon skills, right? So Ammon helps you retire stuff, even though it does prioritize back row, I believe. It's still very helpful to help you fulfill your soul conditions and retire some stuff. Next up, we have the second DI Legion, Psychic of Storm Regil. Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks Vanguard, if it is in Legion and your soul has 6 or more cards, counter+2 to retire 2 of your opponent's rearguards. If your soul has 10 or more cards, retire an additional 1. So counter+2, retire 2 is pretty good. Counter+2, retire 3 is really good. Problem is that this card needs to attack Vanguard, so the cards you're retiring is probably not grade 2s in the front row, and probably, you know, not that valuable on the board. Maybe probably back row, honestly. So that's something to note. In addition, Vanguard Circle, once per turn, put a card with the same name as your Vanguard from your soul into your drop zone to Soul Charge 5. Remember that when this card's in Legion, you technically have 2 different Vanguards on your Vanguard Circle, so it could either be, you know, the grade 3 or the grade 2. And that's really helpful. You know, it's actually not that hard to fulfill. And even though the skill overall isn't that great, I think that it you know, extra Legion option to help you cycle stuff back into the deck is pretty solid. Next up, we have Psychic of Ash Hadar. Legions with the same mate, so we'll cover that right after this. Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks, if it's in Legion, if your soul has 6 or more cards, it gets +5, and then if it's 10 or more, 2 of your units gets +5 until end of turn. So this card, the good thing is that this card can, you know, it says on attack. It doesn't need to attack a Vanguard, so you can swing Vanguard to rearguard and then give your other rearguards +5 or whatever. But I don't know how significant that is really. Vanguard Circle, once per turn, put a grade 3 or greater card from your soul into your drop zone to Soul Charge 2. So I guess that's nice. Not as flexible as Regil here. And the mates for these two is Psychic of Dust Isaiah. 9k grade 2, Vanguard Circle, when this card is put into your soul during your main phase, if your unit is in Legion, this unit gets +3 until end of turn. So it's a, you know, 9+3, I guess. Helps you have big numbers. Personally, I think the Ammon one is the way to go. I think based on rarity, you can kind of tell that as well. There's a reason why one's a rare and one's a double rare and one's a triple rare. But yeah, I mean, is it possible to see some Reiji-esque shenanigans where you damage deny? I guess LB4 isn't as popular, so the damage deny to stop your opponent from doing stuff face up is you know, straight up is less impactful. But you know, not being able to give not giving out counterblast and all that is still very valuable. Maybe 10 cards in Soul, 20 cards in Soul might seem really daunting, but I was talking with Absolute, SFS6's Absolute the other day, and he corrected me. He was like, yo, you know, you have Chariots, you can just spam chariots. You can re-legion the chariots back in. Now you have a bunch of heal triggers. Chariots put non-heal triggers back to the deck as well. You're gonna be fine. And honestly, I agree. Honestly, I agree. JP tier lists don't seem to be putting DIs up on top. I think it's one of the worst performing decks so far, quote unquote. But we'll see. I think it's still too early to tell. But let's see. Let's see how the metagame ends up. Next up, we have a few bugs. Xenon, so from Royal Paladins, will not ride a grade 2, even if you're a grade 2 Legion mate, because technically there's a grade 2 on your Vanguard circle. For example, Sting Saber Dragon and Bluster Blade Seeker. So, you know, technically it should, I guess, but yeah. Then there is a visual bug where the Legion mate will be in stand while your Vanguard is paralyzed. So this is the visual bug only, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I guess it can be confusing sometimes. Next up, we have the AICHI Birthday Festival. Log in every day until June 5th to get a set 19 packs, so you should have 5 packs at this point. Stuff for AICHI's first birthday festival includes guaranteed drop stuff, double character fight drops, Vanguard VP multipliers 1.5 times and all that. There's a friend fight week and rank fight week. So stuff like that we've seen, I think, in the anniversary. So maybe we'll get more stuff revealed as time goes on, since it's still early June. But let's see, and be hopeful of what's to come. Next up, we talked about this previously, where all the previous event stuff from the last year-ish is back. The story is all free, but to purchase the stuff, you do need to spend some gems. And yeah, so pick up the skins that you missed, maybe if you're a big fan of them. Next up here, we talked about it again, like if you roll in the new banner, you'll get some the AICHI thingies that you can exchange for triple rare, double rares from pre-Legion era. And then you can also choose to exchange for sleeves, so that's cute, I guess. Log in during the event for an emblem, and 3 times for a banner, and 6 times for sleeves, I guess. So that's cool. I really like the chibi, Kamui, Kai, and Misaki. Love it. Alright, so again, happy birthday to AICHI. So to commemorate this, on both servers, we're gonna get birthday gachas. Haha! Yes, they're finally back. We did have a dry period where we didn't really have any OG era characters' birthdays, but here we go. AICHI birthday gacha featuring Royal Paladins and Gold Paladins separately. So for the Royal one, this includes set 18 stuff. For the Gold stuff, this includes set 19 stuff, but also every single card from the clan up till this point. What this means is obviously you'll get a lot of duds, stuff that's irrelevant. And for the Royal one, the triple rare percentage is 0.14%, and for golds it's 0.11%. This is really, really low. But I guess if you want the mats and you want the reward exchange, then go for it, I guess. And also, I guess Blaster Dark is there in the Royal banner because MLB is a thing. So and it also has a drop rate of 0.28%. It's not that relevant, but I guess it's there. So yeah. Next up, we have the season event Picnic de Mate, beginning on June 6th and ending on June 16th. There's going to be fight skins and sleeves for Olivier, Philippe, and Rati, but only home skins and my room character for Olivier. So, you know, tough luck if you're a DP fan or a Shadow Paladin fan. Gacha ticket, as always, you're going to exchange up to 3 of them for 2,000 each. But personally, I really like the skins, so pick up what you want. It's going to be more difficult because there is 3 characters instead of the usual 2, but good luck, and it's doable. I personally did the Aquaforce one. Of course, I'm free to play, and I don't really spend gems on these kind of dice events, and I managed to pick up all 3, so just play diligently, play smart, and you should be able to get all 3. And I guess to end off JP, we have the calendar for the events of June. As we know, we already have the AICHI birthday stuff. We know the season event. There are some tournaments sprinkled here and there, so be sure to check that out. And that is basically it. So reference this if you want to. And yeah, let's go on to the global news. Next up, we have, of course, the new set. There are 3 banners actually that I don't think JP had. JP only had 1 banner for Blanc and 1 banner for Noir. but Global actually had a duet banner which included both. So Raven Neverend actually pointed this out, that the Blanc banner has a 0.19% chance for Bermuda Triangle with white dress. Noir banner had 0.19% for Bermuda Triangle with black dress. But I meant this because with a duet banner, you're getting a 0.10% chance of a Bermuda Triangle in a black dress and 0.10% chance in a white dress. So in total, you're getting a 0.20, 0.20% chance for either black or noir or blanc. All right. So what that means is that the duet banner actually has higher odds of pulling Bermuda Triangles than the specific color banners. And so if you're watching this video right now and you didn't see the comment on my pack opening video, if you're not interested in Bermuda Triangle, choose the blank or the noir banner. If you're interested in Bermuda Triangle and you don't care about the specific arts, then go for the duet banner. The difference is really marginal, you know, it's like what? It's 0.01, and honestly, it's probably a rounding situation. So it's even smaller than that, but there is a small difference. And if you look at the bigger picture, then it's just straight up there's a difference. So I guess that's something. Next up, we have the showdown event. So of course, you know, if you're a global player, we're going through this. If your total duel points exceed 40 million during the event, you get Gacha tickets. Basically, the event is also spammable. So to clear the shop, you need 38,600 tickets. 300 from the event missions, 1,200 from the daily logins, 100 from each daily mission for 10 days, 1,000 total. And so you're missing with grinding up to 36,100 tickets. You get 100 for each fight, so you need a total of 361 event fights to clear the shop. Thank you very much, Sackfight Vanguard, the Reddit Discord, Kairos Darkblade MVP. It's going to be hard to grind out everything, but it's grindable. If you really don't want to find the time on ranked, and you're not winning as much, then just go for training fight, just sack 9 crit, broom broom, right? One big problem is that there are a lot of players having their event bugged. You know, they didn't even post anything about it, which I am really irked about. You know, just put it on your social media, guys. Isn't that hard? Seriously, just say sorry, we're working on it. There's already so many players that came out and just, you know, just had their troubles. I know that, you know, Bushiroad is replying to specific players that did contact them gradually, but honestly, you know, sometimes you do need to put it out there so that, you know, your random person doesn't have to go through all the trouble, and hopefully these players get compensated, because it really sucks. You know, in the shop you have triple rare packs, in the shop you can get a lot of pack tickets, right? And of course sleeves are also nice. And if you can't even exchange for the sleeves, then you don't even get the additional, you don't even get to do the daily mission. So that really sucks. Thankfully it didn't happen to me, but if it did happen to you, I can't even apologize on their behalf, because I don't work for them and I'm not associated with them, but I really would. I just say sorry, man. It's not that hard, right? Come on. Next up, we have Dimension Robo Kaiser Grader. A little typo here, really big typo. I actually didn't notice this, and when I saw this in the practice fight thing, I was like, yo, this card is pretty broken. You can just skip ride. But no, I mean, you can still skip ride, but this card doesn't say if your Vanguard is a Dimension Robo, put this into your soul to ride a Super Dimension Robo Dai Kaiser. It requires Kaizad, which makes it much less consistent, but still a really strong card. Just something that you should know. And yeah, next up we have the calendar again. We mentioned this last week. There's the AICHI birthday, there's the Asuka birthday. Of course, we know that we're getting the AICHI birthday gacha. So maybe we're gonna get the Asuka Normie birthday gacha. So Asuka only plays Pale Moon. So there, look forward to that, I guess. Of course, nothing's confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, but very highly likely. And then for the AICHI banner for global, we're getting Gold Paladin only, so nothing to do with Royal Paladins. And, you know, I guess it's still nice, but that does mean that maybe you get less rolls to exchange for the reward stuff, you know, the exclusive banners and whatnot. And I think that this is quite, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but, you know, global does miss out on one extra banner for the Royal Paladin fans. And of course, you know, we're not going to get this banner when we're getting the Legion stuff for set 18 and set 19. So you're going to rely on the specific, specific Legion era banners instead of these clan banners or birthday banners. The good thing is that technically if you want the Legion stuff, the set 18, set 19 banner I think have the higher rates. But if you do want to play, generally speaking, Royal Paladins, or you don't mind the mats, then personally these banners are quite nice. And it is a shame that Global will not be getting these, probably, because it's not AICHI's birthday in like September or October anymore. So yeah. So that's it. Very brief, I guess, for this week, since there are not any big reveals. We covered most of them previously. And yeah, let me know down below what your thoughts. I think personally, I'm really offended. Like I'm not affected by the global event situation, but I am really offended because it doesn't really take a lot of effort to just come out and say sorry, there's a problem, we're working on it. Yeah, that just really sucks. And hopefully they can do better. I think they can do better. Like I don't think my bar is set too high. I know this is becoming a rant, but yeah, it's my video, so there. That's it. Yep. I guess that's it. I guess like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more. And that's the end of my script. I just hope they can do better. We are already at the end of the OG era. Getting into G era, maybe we'll get more players, because I know there are some TCG players that only started in G and they just care about G. So don't know if that's a majority, but I really do think that they can do a better job, especially the global side. I know that they can put effort. And yep. I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed. Yeah, you don't really need to just fix the problem. Sometimes just stepping up and saying there is a problem and acknowledging it is yeah. Sometimes that's just my expectation. But yeah, let me know if I'm being too harsh. I don't know, but good luck. Hope everyone that's affected gets compensated, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.